Tom Miller wiped the sweat from his face as he looked at his broken truck. The engine was making strange noises again. It was past midnight, and the desert air was finally cool. His small garage sat alone on the edge of Dusty Creek, a tiny town that most people forgot existed. Just great, Tom said to himself. Emma needs new school clothes, and this truck decides to die. Emma was his 8-year-old daughter. She was sleeping peacefully in their small house next to the garage. Tom had been both father and mother to her since his wife died 3 years ago. Money was always tight, but they made it work. He opened the truck's hood and shined his flashlight inside. Tom was good with machines. He could fix almost anything with engines, gears, or wires. It was a gift he had since he was a boy. Suddenly the sky turned bright blue. Tom looked up and saw something impossible. A massive object was falling from the stars. It was bigger than a house and glowing with blue fire. The thing was coming down fast, heading straight for the desert behind his garage. What the hell? Tom dropped his flashlight. The object hit the ground with a sound like thunder. The earth shook under Tom's feet. His garage windows rattled. A wave of blue light spread across the desert, then everything went dark and quiet. Tom stood frozen for a moment. His heart was beating fast. Should he call the police? The military? But his phone had no signal. It never did out here in the middle of nowhere. He grabbed a bigger flashlight and started walking toward the crash site. As he got closer, he could see a strange silver ship stuck in the sand. It was huge, maybe 50 feet long. The metal looked like nothing he had ever seen. Parts of it were still glowing hot. "Hello?" Tom called out. "Is anyone hurt in there?" He heard a sound from inside the ship, a low moan like someone in pain. Tom's heart started beating faster, but not from fear this time. Someone needed help. He walked around the ship looking for a way inside. On one side, he found a big crack in the metal. Smoke was coming out of it. Tom squeezed through the opening. Inside the ship, everything was strange. The walls were smooth and covered with lights that blinked different colors. The air smelled like flowers and electricity. Tom had never seen technology like this. "Hello?" he called again. "I'm here to help." He followed the sound of moaning deeper into the ship. In a large room filled with broken machines, he found her. The woman was huge. She had to be at least 9 feet tall. Her skin was pale blue and her hair was silver like starlight. She was wearing clothes that looked like they were made from metal and silk. Blood was running down her arm from a deep cut. Tom stopped breathing for a second. This was not a human woman. This was something else. Something from the stars. The alien woman opened her eyes. They were bright purple like jewels. When she saw Tom, she tried to sit up but fell back down with a cry of pain. She said something in a voice that sounded like music. Tom couldn't understand the words, but he knew she was asking for help. "It's okay," Tom said softly. "I won't hurt you. Let me see that cut." He moved closer slowly. The alien woman watched him with careful eyes. When Tom reached out to look at her wound, she didn't stop him. The cut was bad, but not life-threatening. Tom tore a piece of cloth from his shirt and wrapped it around her arm. The alien woman's eyes went wide with surprise. Maybe she didn't expect a human to help her. Tom looked around the ship. Machines were broken everywhere. Sparks flew from damaged wires. This ship wasn't going anywhere soon. "Your ship is pretty beat up," Tom said. He knew she couldn't understand him, but talking felt right. "The main engine looks completely destroyed." The alien woman followed his gaze and saw the broken machines. Her purple eyes filled with worry. She said something urgent in her musical language. "Hey, it's okay," Tom said. "I fix things for a living. Maybe I can help with your ship too." Just then, Tom heard a small voice from outside. "Dad? Dad, where are you?" Emma. She must have woken up when the ship crashed. Tom's heart jumped into his throat. What if she was scared? What if the crash had hurt her? "I'm here, sweetheart," Tom called back. "Stay outside. I'll be right there." But it was too late. Emma's small figure appeared in the crack of the ship's wall. Her eyes went round as she saw Tom and the giant alien woman. For a moment, nobody moved. Tom was scared of how Emma would react. The alien woman stared at the small human child. Then Emma smiled. "Wow, Dad," she said. "She's really tall." "Is she hurt?" Tom looked at his brave little daughter, then at the injured alien woman, then at the broken ship around them. He made a decision that would change all their lives forever. "Yes, Emma," he said. "She's hurt, and she needs our help." As Tom helped the alien woman to her feet, he didn't notice her hand touching a crystal on her chest. He didn't see every broken screen in the ship suddenly light up with the same golden symbol. A crown. The mark of royalty from the most powerful empire in the galaxy. The next morning, Tom woke up wondering if everything had been a dream. Then he heard Emma's voice coming from the garage. "Can you say my name?" "Emma, it's easy." Tom quickly got dressed and ran outside. In his garage, he found Emma sitting next to the tall alien woman. They were sharing a bowl of cereal, and Emma was teaching her English words. "Dad," Emma called out happily. "Look, she's trying to learn our language." The alien woman looked up at Tom. In the morning light, he could see her more clearly. Her blue skin was smooth like silk, and her silver hair fell past her shoulders. She was beautiful, but in a way that was completely different from humans. She reached into her clothes and pulled out a small, round device. It was no bigger than a coin and glowed with soft blue light. She touched it gently, and suddenly Tom could understand her voice. "Thank you," she said in perfect English. Her voice still sounded like music, but now Tom could understand every word. "This is a translation device. Now we can talk properly." Tom stared at the tiny machine. "That thing can translate any language?" "Most languages in the known galaxy," she replied. "My name is Zara. I'm a trader from the Vextar systems. I was traveling to Earth to sell rare metals when my ship malfunctioned." Emma clapped her hands. "Zara, that's a pretty name. I'm Emma, and this is my dad, Tom." Zara smiled at Emma, and her whole face lit up. "Hello, Emma. You are very brave for a young human. Most people would be afraid of someone like me." "Why would I be afraid?" Emma asked. "You're nice. And you're hurt. Dad always helps people who are hurt." Tom felt proud of his daughter, but something about Zara's story didn't feel right. A simple trader wouldn't have such advanced technology. And that symbol on the ship screens last night, the golden crown, kept bothering him. "Your ship took quite a beating," Tom said. "I looked at it this morning. The main engine is completely destroyed. Some of the other systems are damaged too." Zara's face grew worried. "How bad is the damage? Can it be repaired?" "Well," Tom said, "I've never worked on alien technology before, but machines are machines. Give me some time and I think I can figure it out." Zara stared at him in surprise. "You think you can repair a Vextar starship? But humans are supposed to be... Supposed to be what?" Tom asked. "Nothing," Zara said quickly. "I just didn't expect your technology to be so advanced." Tom laughed. "Our technology isn't advanced. I just have a good feel for how machines work. Always have since I was a kid." Over the next few days, Tom worked on Zara's ship while Emma kept the alien woman company. Zara was amazed by how quickly Tom understood her ship's systems. He could look at a broken machine and somehow know exactly how to fix it. "This is impossible," Zara said on the third day. "You fixed the navigation system in 2 hours. It would take our best engineers 2 days." Tom wiped oil from his hands. "Sometimes the simplest solution is the best one. Your engineers probably overthink everything." Emma and Zara had become best friends. The alien woman seemed fascinated by human customs. Emma taught her how to play card games, how to make sandwiches, and how to braid hair. In return, Zara told Emma stories about distant planets and strange creatures among the stars, but Tom noticed things that didn't add up. When Zara talked about trading, she mentioned prices that seemed too high for any normal merchant. She knew details about planetary governments that a simple trader shouldn't know, and sometimes she would start to say something, then stop herself, like she was hiding something important. On the 4th night, while Emma was sleeping, Tom confronted Zara. "You're not just a trader, are you?" he said. Zara's purple eyes widened. "What do you mean?" "That symbol on your ship screens, the golden crown, and you know too much about politics and government for someone who just sells metal." Zara was quiet for a long moment. "You are very observant, Tom Miller. So who are you really?" Before Zara could answer, a deep rumbling sound filled the air. Tom and Zara ran outside and looked up at the night sky. 3 massive ships hung in the darkness above Earth. They were 10 times bigger than Zara's ship, and they glowed with threatening red light. The ships looked like floating cities made of metal and weapons. Zara's face went completely white. Her hands started shaking. "Oh no," she whispered. "They found me." "Who found you?" Tom demanded. Emma came running out of the house in her pajamas. "Dad, what's happening? What are those scary ships?" Zara knelt down and took Emma's hands in hers. Tears were running down her blue cheeks. "Emma, Tom," she said, "I have not been honest with you. I'm not just a trader." She stood up and looked at the warships in the sky. "My real name is Princess Zarathul of the Vextar Empire. Those ships belong to my father. And now, because I'm here, your entire planet is in danger." The three massive warships hung in the sky like dark clouds. Their red lights made the desert glow like fire. Tom pulled Emma close to him, while Zara stared up at the ships with fear in her purple eyes. "Princess?" Emma asked in a small voice. "You're really a princess?" Zara knelt down in front of Emma. "Yes, little one. I am Princess Zarathul, heir to the Vextar Empire. Those ships carry 10,000 soldiers each. They are here because of me." Tom felt anger rising in his chest. "You lied to us. We helped you and you lied." "I had to," Zara said, tears streaming down her blue cheeks. "If I told you the truth, would you have helped me? Would you have let your daughter near someone who brings warships?" Tom wanted to stay angry, but he could see the pain in Zara's eyes. "Why are you running from your own father?" Zara stood up and looked at the warships again. "My father, Emperor Vexthol, wants me to marry Prince Crix of the Northern Systems. It would unite our empires and make us stronger." "That doesn't sound so bad," Tom said. "Prince Crix is a monster," Zara replied. "He destroys planets for fun. He keeps slaves. He tortures people who disagree with him. I would rather die than marry him." Emma tugged on Zara's hand. "So you ran away?" "Yes," Zara nodded. "I stole a ship and escaped. But my father's trackers found me. Now they will take me home by force." A loud voice suddenly boomed across the desert. It came from the warships above, speaking in the same musical language Zara used. Tom's translation device let him understand every word. "Princess Zarathul, you will surrender immediately. By order of Emperor Vexthul, you will return to face your duties. Any resistance will result in the destruction of this primitive world." Zara closed her eyes in defeat. "They mean it, Tom. My father will turn this entire planet to ash if I don't go with them." "But that's not fair," Emma said. "You should be able to choose who you marry." "Fairness is not important in royal families, Emma," Zara said sadly. "Duty comes first." Tom looked at his daughter's angry face, then at Zara's defeated expression. He thought about all the meals they had shared, all the stories Zara had told Emma, all the times she had made his daughter laugh. "There has to be another way," Tom said. "There is no other way," Zara replied. "I must go back or millions of humans will die because of me. I won't let that happen." She walked toward her repaired ship. "Thank you for everything, Tom. Thank you for showing me what real family feels like. I will never forget you and Emma." "Wait," Tom called after her. "What if we came with you?" Zara spun around. "What?" "You heard me. What if Emma and I came with you, back to your empire?" "Dad, are you crazy?" Emma asked, but she didn't sound scared. She sounded excited. "Think about it," Tom said. "You said I'm good with machines, right? Better than your engineers. Maybe I could be useful to your people." Zara shook her head. "Tom, you don't understand. The Empire is dangerous. Court politics, assassination attempts, wars between planets. It's not safe for you or Emma. And staying here is safe." Tom pointed at the warships. "Your father already knows where we live. What happens to us after you leave? Do you think he'll just forget about the humans who helped you escape?" Zara's face went pale. She hadn't thought about that. Emma grabbed both of their hands. "I want to go," she said firmly. "Zara is our friend. Friends stick together." "Emma, space travel is dangerous," Tom said. "So is letting our friend face monsters alone," Emma replied. Tom looked at his brave daughter and felt proud. She was right. They couldn't abandon Zara now. "Okay," he said. "We go together." "This is madness," Zara said, but Tom could see hope in her eyes. "Maybe," Tom replied. "But it's our madness." They quickly packed their most important belongings. Tom grabbed his toolbox and some clothes. Emma packed her favorite books and toys. Within an hour, they were aboard Zara's ship. As the ship lifted off from Earth, Tom felt his stomach drop. Through the window, he could see his garage getting smaller and smaller. This might be the last time he ever saw his home. "Dad?" Emma said, pressing her face against the window. "Are we really going to space?" "Yes, sweetheart," Tom said. "We're going to space." But none of them noticed the small dark ship that had been hiding behind Tom's garage. As Zara's ship flew toward the stars, the hidden ship followed silently. Inside the dark ship, Prince Crix smiled with sharp teeth. His yellow eyes glowed with cruel pleasure. "Perfect," he hissed. "The little princess has made new pets. This will make breaking her so much more enjoyable." Tom Miller had never imagined he would be flying through space. He pressed his face against the ship's window and watched Earth become a small blue dot behind them. His stomach felt strange and his head was spinning. "Dad, look." Emma pointed excitedly at the stars. "They're so bright up here." Emma seemed to love everything about space travel. She wasn't scared at all. She ran around the ship, touching buttons and asking Zara a million questions about alien technology. "How fast are we going?" Emma asked. "About half the speed of light," Zara replied. "Much faster than anything humans have built." Tom was amazed by the ship's technology. The walls showed star maps that changed in real time. The engines made no sound at all. Everything was smooth and perfect, but their peaceful journey didn't last long. Red warning lights suddenly filled the ship. A loud alarm started beeping. Zara ran to the control panel, her face full of worry. "What's wrong?" Tom asked. "We're being followed," Zara said. "Someone is catching up to us fast." On the main screen, Tom could see a dark ship behind them. It was smaller than Zara's ship, but looked much more dangerous. Weapons covered its surface like sharp teeth. "Who is it?" Emma asked, Zara's purple eyes filled with fear. "Prince Crix. He must have been waiting near Earth." The dark ship sent them a message. A hologram appeared in the center of their ship. It showed a tall alien man with yellow eyes and sharp teeth. His skin was dark red and he wore black armor covered in spikes. "Hello, my dear princess," Prince Crix said in a voice like breaking glass. "You cannot run from our wedding forever. I will never marry you." Zara shouted at the hologram. Prince Crix laughed. "You will marry me or I will kill your new human pets. Starting with the child." Tom stepped in front of Emma. "You leave my daughter alone." Prince Crix looked at Tom with interest. "Ah, the primitive human speaks. How amusing. I think I will keep you alive, human. You can watch me break your princess." The hologram disappeared. Immediately, Prince Crix's ship started shooting at them. Blue energy beams flew past their windows. "Hold on," Zara yelled. She grabbed the controls and made their ship dive and spin through space. Emma fell down but got up laughing. "This is better than any roller coaster." Tom wasn't having as much fun. He felt sick from all the spinning and turning, but he was impressed by Zara's flying skills. She moved the ship like a dancer, avoiding every shot. "Can we fight back?" Tom asked. "This ship has some weapons," Zara said, "but not enough to beat Prince Crix. His ship is built for war." More energy beams hit their ship. The lights flickered, and smoke started coming from one of the walls. "The engine is damaged," Zara said. "We're losing speed." Tom looked around the ship. His mechanic brain started working. "What if we use the ship's own systems as weapons?" "What do you mean?" Zara asked while dodging more shots. "Your ship has mining lasers for cutting asteroids, right? And your engines create huge amounts of energy. What if we redirected that energy?" Zara's eyes went wide. That's actually brilliant, but it would be very dangerous." "Everything we're doing is dangerous," Tom replied. While Zara flew the ship, Tom crawled through the engine room. He had never worked with alien technology this advanced, but machines were machines. He could feel how the energy flowed through the ship. Emma helped by running messages between Tom and Zara. "Dad says redirect power from life support to the mining laser." "Tell him that will give us only 10 minutes of air," Zara called back. "Dad says 10 minutes is enough." Tom worked faster than he had ever worked in his life. He connected wires, rerouted power, and turned the mining laser into a weapon. It wasn't pretty, but it would work. "Ready?" Tom shouted. Zara turned the ship around to face Prince Crix. "This is crazy." "Crazy is good," Emma said, clapping her hands. The mining laser fired. It was much more powerful than Prince Crix expected. The beam hit his ship and tore a hole in its side. "Impossible!" Prince Crix screamed over the radio. "How did primitives damage my ship?" But Tom's trick worked only once. Prince Crix's ship had shields now. and their own ship was running out of air. There, Zara pointed ahead. Rebel Station Alpha. If we can reach it, we'll be safe. The Rebel Station was huge. It looked like a metal city floating in space. Ships flew around it like busy insects. Prince Crix fired everything he had at them. Their ship shook and sparks flew everywhere. But they were so close to the station now. We're going to make it. Emma cheered. Then their engine exploded. The ship went dark. They were floating in space, getting closer to the station but not fast enough. Prince Crix's ship was right behind them, weapons ready to fire. Tom looked at his daughter and Zara. Was this how their adventure would end? Suddenly, dozens of rebel ships flew out from the station. They surrounded Prince Crix's ship with their weapons pointed at him. A voice came over the radio. Prince Crix, you are in rebel territory. Leave immediately or be destroyed. Prince Crix's angry face appeared on their screen one last time. This isn't over, Princess. I will find you again. His ship retreated into the darkness. The rebel ships helped pull them to safety. As they docked at the station, Tom realized their real adventure was just beginning. Rebel Station Alpha was unlike anything Tom had ever seen. The metal corridors were filled with aliens from dozens of different worlds. Some had fur, some had scales, and others glowed with their own light. But they all had one thing in common. They were fighting against the Empire. Commander Rex, a tall alien with green skin and 4 arms, met them at the docking bay. Princess Zarathul, we are honored by your presence, and you must be the humans we've heard about. Heard about us? Tom asked. Word travels fast in space. Commander Rex smiled. A human who can repair Vextar technology? The rebels could use someone like you. Emma was fascinated by everything. She made friends with alien children and learned to play games with beings that had tentacles instead of hands. For 3 peaceful days, Tom worked on the station's broken machines. His human creativity amazed the rebel engineers. He fixed problems they had struggled with for months. You think differently than we do, said Kayla, a blue-skinned engineer. We follow the manual. You follow your instincts. But their peace didn't last long. On the 4th morning, alarms screamed throughout the station. Commander Rex's voice echoed through the corridors. All hands to battle stations. Imperial fleet approaching. Tom and Emma ran to the command center. Through the huge windows, they could see hundreds of Imperial warships surrounding the station. At the front of the fleet was Prince Crix's ship, now repaired and more dangerous than ever. Prince Crix's evil face appeared on every screen in the station. Rebels, give me Princess Zarathul, and I will let your pathetic station survive. Refuse, and I will destroy everything. We don't surrender to bullies, Commander Rex replied. Prince Crix laughed. Then you will all die. The Imperial fleet opened fire. Energy beams hit the station's shields, making them flicker and spark. The station shook like an earthquake. Our shields won't hold for long, Kayla reported. We need more power. Tom looked around the command center. His mechanic brain started working. What about the mining equipment? This station strips asteroids, right? Yes, but that equipment is for mining, not fighting, Commander Rex said. Everything can be a weapon if you use it right, Tom replied. Emma, I need you to help me. What can I do, Dad? Emma asked bravely. You're small enough to crawl through the maintenance tunnels. I need you to connect these power cables while I reroute the mining lasers. Emma nodded and grabbed the cables. She wasn't scared at all. She crawled through tunnels that were too small for adults, connecting wires exactly where Tom told her to. Meanwhile, Zara was in the hangar, preparing a small fighter ship. She had made a decision. I'm going to surrender, she told Commander Rex. My fight shouldn't cost all these lives. Princess, if you surrender to Prince Crix, he will torture you and then kill everyone here anyway, the commander said. That's the kind of monster he is. Tom's voice came over the intercom. Mining lasers ready. All power rerouted. The station's mining equipment turned toward the Imperial fleet. These lasers were designed to cut through solid rock. When they hit Prince Crix's ships, they sliced through the armor like butter. Impossible, Prince Crix screamed. How are they so powerful? 3 Imperial ships exploded. The rest of the fleet backed away, surprised by the station's new weapons. But Prince Crix wasn't finished. His personal ship broke away from the fleet and flew straight at the station. He's going to ram us, someone shouted. Zara jumped into her fighter ship. Not if I stop him first. She flew out of the hangar and straight at Prince Crix's ship. The two ships danced through space, firing at each other. Zara was a better pilot, but Prince Crix had bigger weapons. Tom watched from the command center, his heart pounding. She can't win alone. He ran to the mining laser controls. "Emma, get to the escape pods." "I'm not leaving you, Dad," Emma said firmly. Tom aimed the mining laser carefully. He had to hit Prince Crix's ship without hurting Zara. It was the hardest shot he had ever attempted. He fired. The laser beam passed inches from Zara's ship and hit Prince Crix directly. His ship's engine exploded, and the ship began spinning out of control. But Prince Crix wasn't dead. He activated his ship's self-destruct system. If he was going to die, he would take everyone with him. "The explosion will destroy the station," Carla screamed. Zara made the bravest decision of her life. She flew her ship directly into Prince Crix's spinning vessel and activated her own ship's emergency teleporter. At the last second, she teleported back to the station just as both ships exploded far from the station. The Imperial fleet, seeing their prince dead, retreated into space. Emperor Vexthal himself appeared on the communication screen. He looked old and tired. "My daughter," he said sadly, "I have lost a son today, but I realize now that I was wrong to force you into marriage. Prince Crix was indeed a monster. You are free to choose your own path." 6 months later, Tom's garage had become Earth's first interstellar repair shop. Ships from across the galaxy came to be fixed by the human with magical hands. Emma was learning 5 different alien languages and had pen pals on 12 different planets. And Zara, she had given up her crown to become Earth's first alien ambassador. She lived in the house next to Tom's garage, and every evening they would sit together and watch the stars. Emma had been right from the beginning. Sometimes the best treasures aren't gold or jewels, but the family you choose and the friends who stand by you when the galaxy is against you. The single human dad who had just wanted to fix his truck had ended up fixing something much more important. He had helped fix a broken princess's heart and given her a real family. The end.